Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles Sabansi. I want to welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamerspro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and when we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today we're going to be talking about the Lakers and the Denver Nuggets series game yesterday. But before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Now, today I just got a video, and we've got a show here for you guys today. And I think I'm just going to be spending this entire show here just talking about just how in awe I am of the Denver Nuggets, and really it's all about me trying to recover from what I just saw last night. Let us just rehash what we just witnessed. Coming into this series, the LA Lakers, who were the former number 13 seed in the Western Conference prior to the NBA trade deadline, they came into the playoffs as the number 8 seed. Follow this. In the first round, was it the number 8? No, the number 7 seed, excuse me. They came into the first round. They beat, get this, the number 2 Memphis Grizzlies. Now, regardless of all of the antics and all of this stuff with the Memphis Grizzlies, no one is going to argue the fact that they're still a good team. They beat the Memphis Grizzlies in 6 games. Then, they go to the conference semifinals to go face the Golden State Warriors, who are the reigning champs, who had just beaten the number 3 seed in the Sacramento Kings. The Lakers go in there. I think they got, game 1 or game 2 on the road in that series. I'm not sure, but they got one of those games on the road. And they beat the Golden State Warriors decisively in game 6 and ended that series in 6 games. The Golden State Warriors. And after that took place, I immediately had to modify my position on this team. And I think it's the same thing a lot of people had to do. They had to come to the conclusion like, but wait a minute. This team is clearly a lot better than many of us thought. And I had to come up here, and these people had to give it to me in the comment sections. And I understood that. So we go into the Western Conference Finals. What's the backdrop? You have the Lakers, who just beat 2 very good teams in the first 2 rounds. You have the Denver Nuggets, who were the number 1 seed in the Western Conference pretty much the entire season. You have a team that had been ignored by the national media. You had a team that had their superstar and reigning MVP at the time questioned, and a lot of people are questioning whether or not he deserves to win the 3rd MVP in a row, even though he had the numbers. You had all of those things in the background, and we get to the Western Conference Finals. And what happens? The series starts off in Denver. The Nuggets get game 1. Wasn't really close. Then they get game 2. And at that point, some people started to say, well, the Lakers need to get game 3. Why? Well, because you didn't win any of the games on the road like you did in the first 2 series. And if you lose game 3, boy, oh boy, you're going to be in a heap of trouble. And what happens? These damn Denver Nuggets, they walk into Crypto.com arena. Jamal Murray says, I'm about to show Eddie Murphy, Jimmy Iovine, Denzel Washington, and any other megastar that was watching in the front row. I'm about to show you boys what I'm all about. This dude goes out there and drops 30 points in the first half. Puts on an absolute tour de force in the first half. Nikola Jokic then decides, I'm going to jump in, and I think he ends up scoring 15 points in that fourth quarter. And they end up winning that game. And they absolutely stun not only the Lakers, they stunned me. Because let me tell you something. If the Lakers... This is what I truly believed. If the Lakers had won game 3, I believe the Lakers would have won game 4, and I believe this series would have gone back to 7. It would have gone 7 games. That's what I believe, and I think we would have witnessed a game 7 in Colorado, where anything could have happened. That's what I thought. So the Nuggets win game 3, and I immediately say to myself, is this really happening? I mean, are these guys really doing this? Then I started to think back on some of the things that the head coach Mike Malone was saying after game 1, when he said something about to Darvin Ham, when Darvin Ham was like, I'll be fine. And he's like, trust me. If Darvin Ham could have it his way, he would rather be up 1-0 right now. Game 2, he's talking about, oh, the Lakers need to make a jump. He was talking a lot of trash. And you could tell that the coach was fired up at the fact that, number one, his team was being disrespected. Number two, whenever the Nuggets won a game, instead of talking about what the Nuggets did right, the media was talking about what the Lakers did wrong. And these were things that were annoying, clearly, the Denver Nuggets. And I believe what was happening was this. Mike Malone was able to do something that Joe Mazzulla could not do. He was able to transfer his aggression, his frustration, and transfer that to his players. Because what you guys just witnessed is not just a team playing basketball. What you witnessed was 10, 12 guys that were possessed to make a point. The Denver Nuggets did not need to go through all of that madness to win Game 4. They didn't need to do that. Because even if they lost, they would still have 3 more opportunities to win the series. But they went out of their way to make a point. And I was watching the game. As LeBron was going off, the Lakers had a 15-point first half lead, 73-58 in the first half. And I'm watching the game, and I'm posting on the comments the entire game in the community section on our channel. And I'm like, I can't believe what I'm witnessing with this team. They are actually coming back after the Lakers threw the entire state of California at these dudes. And they just kept on coming back. You get to the fourth quarter and they got the lead. And I was like, oh my goodness. And Nikola Jokic was answering every call. Jamal Murray, KCP, Michael Porter Jr. They all wanted to smoke with the Lakers. And what I saw in the Lakers' face was a look of someone that understood that we're giving this guy every single shot that we have, and he's eating these shots and he's still coming. Like we're hitting him. We can see them land, but he's refusing to go down. At a certain point, they knew that the Denver Nuggets were ultimately going to overcome them. And that's exactly what happened. They ended up beating the Lakers by 2 points in LA after LeBron scored 40 points and played 47.56 minutes in that game. Basically playing the entire game. And I walked away saying to myself, this is one of the most incredible things I have seen. And I'll tell you why. You see, it's not like as if the Lakers beat garbage teams on their way to the NBA Finals, Western Conference Finals. They beat the reigning champs and the number 2 seed Grizzlies. So they beat very good teams. So for them to get to the Western Conference Finals and lose to this team in 4 games, what in God's name does that say about how good are the Denver Nuggets really? That means this team is really good. And it's scary. They absolutely stunned the Lakers. They stunned the Laker fans, and they stunned me. I am in total disbelief of what I just saw. And at the end of that, all you can do is tip your hat to this team. My God, what a team.